morning, and I'll be listening to her on the way to work while I'm at work. I can't really focus until she's done work.
Good morning, everybody. How y'all doing? It's good to see y'all.
Let's make sure we support
We're
her.
about to do what it do this morning.
To her content.
Thank you for coming. I'm sorry I'm late.
I appreciate you.
I'm sorry I'm late.
Are you listening?
It's good to see all of y'all. It's good to see you, family. How y'all doing? I'm sorry I'm late. Had to do a little running this morning. What's going on, y'all? We about to break down. We about to do a little foolery. Huh? Lost in translation. How are you, my brother? Maya, what's going on, baby? Mona D, how you doing, honey? What's going on, Melania? What's up, baby? Corey Joe, how are you, sir? It's good to see you. Almost finished, y'all. Intro almost done. Shout out to Blackmen Unfiltered for my intro. Gotta shout that brother out. Gotta shout him out all the time. Okay, Mona D said, good morning, everybody. Mona D said, I'm well. Been busy working on videos. I hear you, baby. I hear you. A content creator life, okay? Content creator business is never done, honey. It's always, you got to be on top all the time. Got to be pumping out that content. So I understand. We about to do what it do this morning, okay? The title of this foolery this morning. The title of this foolery this morning is so crazy. Did you say you met him in prison? Yes, we're going to repeat it one more time. Did you say that you met him in prison? One more time, y'all. Can you imagine? We about to dissect this foolery today. Good morning, Walker. How are you? Tara, what's up, baby? It's good to see you. So now, lost in translation, I greeted you, sir. How are you? We gonna dissect this foolery. It's Kendra G show. And there's a young woman who she has 3 children. I think, yes, she has 3 children. And a gentleman she's dating, right? The last 3 years of him being in prison. He was in the prison for a total of 15 years. The last 3 years of him being in prison, she was dating him. And when he came home from prison, everything changed. You know, most of the brothers in prison sell you pipe dreams while they in prison. I ain't say all of them. I said most of them, okay? They sell you pipe dreams while they in prison. And, you know, a lot of y'all women, here we go. Y'all always say that we smarter than our men. But you always fall in this foolish category. When there's a whole bunch of men right now, okay, if you was on your A game, you could meet somebody. But, you know, y'all rather go with men who are incarcerated so you can still do what you want to do. Let's not act like you don't understand the assignment. Let's not act like that, okay? Now, before we get into something, I want to share something with y'all real quick that Monique said. You know, I love the way she dissect foolery a lot. So I want to share something with y'all what Monique said. Here we go.
When the king is talking, I don't need to talk. He's speaking on what needs to be spoken on. So for you empowered, independent boss sisters, you'll get tired of going to bed lonely, even when a man next to you, if you don't know how to treat him. When the king is talking.
Did she say that? Did she say that one more time? Hold on, y'all. Let's do it one more time.
When the king is talking, I don't need to talk. He's speaking on what needs to be spoken on. So for you empowered, independent boss sisters, you'll get tired of going to bed lonely, even when a man next to you, if you don't know how to treat him. When the king is talking.
She said, for you independent boss chicks, okay, when the king is talking, learn how to be quiet. She said she don't need to talk when the king is talking. Let him talk. That's what she said. She said, even when you have a man laying next to you, you won't know how to keep him. You won't know how to keep him because a lot of our women, we lack respect for the men that are in our lives. Even the men that you have been married to for over 5, 6 years. Because y'all know mostly in our culture, we only stay married for like 8 years. Like 8 years, and then we're done. Okay. If you get to 10, you're blessed. Ain't that some shit? You get to 10, you're blessed. Mostly in our culture, you rarely see marriages last like 30, 40 years. Nope. Not in our culture. Not now. Not now. It's very rare. So when you see couples still together that long, pay them that homage, bow to them because that is amazing. Okay? But in our culture, no, baby, no. 5 years tops, 8 years tops, 10 years tops. That's it. That's it because we not happy. I'm not happy anymore. He doesn't make me happy anymore. And all it is that y'all lack respect for this man. You lack respect for your husband. Now, something I learned last night about myself when I was on Black Men Unfiltered. Shout out to Black Men Unfiltered and Lost in Translation. Shout out to those two brothers. Okay. I go to their channel just about every Tuesday. Okay. Love their content. Shout out to Black Man Unfiltered. Shout out to Lost in Translation one more time. Yesterday, we were talking about intimacy, right? Between a husband and a wife, right? That we do not kiss enough, right? In a marriage. I want y'all to go check out the video. It was amazing. The whole live was beautiful. Y'all go check it out. So I was laughing because I can't just, because Mr. Bennett, shout out to Mr. Bennett. Mr. Bennett said, try to just kiss, try to just kiss your significant other and not let it lead to anywhere. And I was laughing because I'm going to share with you why. That does not happen in this house. That does not happen in this house. We can't just kiss and it not lead anywhere. Maybe like, a kiss on the cheek. But if we do a sensual kiss, it's going left. Like it's not gonna stop there. And Mr. Bennett was saying, try to just have it just sensual, let it not lead anywhere. And then I had a little pushback because I was like, when me and my husband kiss, it doesn't just stay like right there. Like it, especially if we kiss sensually, it doesn't just stay right there. It goes left. So he gonna tell me, take heed, you and your husband is on like number 10. I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to I'm talking to married couples who are not sensual anymore. Tara said, I I am overly blessed. 25 years married, 33 years together. Oh, that's beautiful, baby. I love that, Tara. I didn't know you was married that long. Congratulations, my dear. You are one in a million, baby. You are one in a million. May God continue to bless your union. Yes, honey. So, hey, Christian, how are you, baby? So he said, y'all like on 10, right? So I was laughing and everything. Now I'm gonna share something with you. I know a lot of y'all women gonna be like, take heed, always talking about relations and stuff like that with her husband and how she appreciates it. I'm gonna share something with you. I'm sorry, but I like making love to my husband. I do. I like it. I like it. I'm not one of those women that think it's a chore. You know what I'm saying? I like it. Okay. So that's why I'm so freely when I talk about it. I'm just saying. Okay. Hey, Tracy, how are you, baby? This is the day that the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. Amen, honey. So now, when he said that, we got into the conversation more deeper. Okay. We got into the conversation more deeper. And I found out in the midst of us having a conversation is that when I recant how me and my husband met, I really didn't have my femininity. hmm I didn't really have femininity. hmm I wasn't taught this, okay, to be feminine. I was taught to be strong, independent, and I'm going to share something with you. How I linked with my husband is I used my sexuality. Yes, because I never was taught that. When I met my husband, I used my bedroom talk, like my bedroom voice. Even though it sounded like I was being feminine, I used my bedroom voice to actually draw my husband to me when we met because I was just kind to him. Now, mind you, that is not my mouth. That's not my mouth. Like I can say some indignant things. That's not my mouth. So when we met and how I assisted him with fixing up his clothes in the wash machine and how kind I was to him when we met in the laundromat, that's what drawed him. So when we started dating, my king found out that I was not feminine, right? I was not feminine. So now he knew he had to go into work. He had to start working in on me because he already wanted me. So since he wanted me, what does that mean? What did I always tell y'all? That he had to train me because I used my sexuality to get him. And just because I use my bedroom voice, you would assume that, okay, I'm feminine, but I was not. So this man had to train me. And that's why when I say he trained me, y'all be laughing and stuff like that. But I'm going to share with you something. It's true. Hello, Alexander. How are you, my dear? It's true when I say it because I didn't know how to be feminine. I learned this as being married to my husband and him teaching me how to do things that a woman is supposed to do. Okay. And that a woman is supposed to do, how she's supposed to host guests. I already knew how to cook and all those things, but how you talk to people, how you present yourself in front of people. Ain't that crazy? But the problem is, and when I think about it, what the real problem was is that my mother raised me to be a man. You know, we always talk about the melanated community has raised their girls to be men and they raised their boys to be soft. And I'm going to share something with you. This revelation came to me last night when I was on Black Man Unfiltered. I already knew I was a little hard, a little hood, you know what I'm saying? But when we dissected everything, I was like, this is how I got my husband. When I sat there, I'm like, I used my sexuality and I wielded that. And that made him look at me being as feminine. So if I would have came talking to him like, what's up? This some, like this some good, like how I talk, I would have messed that up. So I don't know what happened. God, I just want to say thank you. I don't know what happened, but I just want to say thank you because I would have messed that mess up. I would have messed it up. I would have messed it up. So when I sat there, Tracy laughing. When I sat there and just listened to the content yesterday on Black Man Unfiltered, I said, damn, I'll be damned. I would have messed that up. Because there was no way I had femininity in me back in the day. I did not understand what that was. But because I had sexuality, which I was taught that, which a lot of Black women are taught to wield their sexuality. Now I'm gonna share with you how this usually go. You ever heard your mama say, now this is only for children who've been through some drama. You ever heard your mama say, don't come back here with no wet ass? Don't come back here only with a wet ass, right? Or she was, or either your mama or auntie, somebody told you, closed legs don't get fed. Because as a young woman, most of our bodies were already like, a beautiful, got a brick house and everything like that. So you walked into your sexuality, especially by the clothes we used to wear back in the day, like the Daisy Dukes and the halter tops and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And the slick bell bottoms. You know what I'm saying? So you already felt good. You know what I'm saying? Sexy with your bad self. You already felt good. Okay. Even with my Jerry curl. Even with my Jerry curl, I thought I was the shit. Okay. So now, with that being said, I used my sexuality and I wielded it. From every man that I have ever messed with, I always wielded my sexuality. So that made it seem like I was feminine, but I was not. I was on some demon type shit, okay? Demon type nonsense. When I say hyena from the boneyard, that's what I was. Because if you wielding your sexuality, right, okay, when a man don't do what you want him to do, what you do, you cut it off. You cut it off. You like, no, if you can't do what I say, then I'm not giving you nothing. And that's how I was taught. And when me and my husband were dating, okay, and I used to try to do that to him. Like if he don't do what I tell him to do, I would go like this, cut it off, right? And my husband said to me, this is what my husband said to me. He said to me, what's between your legs don't move me. See, when you get a man like that, that is what's between your legs don't move him, you got a problem. If you only use sexuality, you have a problem. Because this man is ready to teach you how to change your mindset. Okay? This is your problem, ladies. Hey, Skinny, what's going on? Almond Eyes, I see you. Hadi, I see you. Jay, I see you. Thank you for coming in today. Now, Lost in Translation said he was standing on business. He was. But I tried to wield my sexuality with my king when we first got together. And when he said that to me, that what's between your legs don't move me, right? Then I knew I was dealing with a different type of animal. You feel me? A different type of beast I was dealing with because I'm used to wielding my sexuality. And a lot of melanated sisters, we do this. We're used to wielding our sexuality and it works. But I want to share something with you. There are a lot of brothers that are waking up. You can't do nonsense like that. He's going to be standing on business, just like Lost in Translation said. He's going to be standing on business, and you will have to be held accountable for the nonsense that you are doing. Okay? Now, when I call myself trying to clink, clink, like that, right? My king exactly said that mess to me, and I looked at him. And he told me, one day he said to me, I can hold out longer than you. He said, I can hold out longer than you. He said, you want to know why? Because you fresh. He told me you fresh. I can hold out longer than you. He said, if you want to play this type of game, I'm going to teach you. And I looked at him, I'm like, what is he, He was like, you going to have to follow what I'm telling you because you're not understanding. And I was like, well, he was like, no, because I'm telling you something good. You're telling me that because I'm trying to correct you, you're going to close shop on me. You're going to close shop on me. Okay? You can't close shop on me when it belongs to me already. You have my last name. Okay? I married you. You my wife. So when I sit there and I think about it, I said, wow, I did do that nonsense. I used my sexuality to make my husband bend, but it wouldn't work. I used it. But now I use my sexuality now to benefit my marriage. You see, I don't use it to hurt my marriage. See, I think that's the difference in the melanated community because we were taught to use our sexuality. We willed it in the wrong way towards our husbands. I just wanted to share that little tidbit with you. Use your sexuality to enhance the marriage. Okay. Now, a lot of people will get up here, or content creators will tell you sex is not everything in a marriage. Love making is not everything in a marriage. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to share something with you. I ain't going to say that shit. I'm not going to say that shit at all. I'm going to tell you that sex is at the helm of your marriage. I'm not talking about, listen, Yahweh is there. Yahweh is there. We know that. I'm not, don't get it mixed up. I'm letting you know that that sexual touch is at the helm of your marriage. You need that so everything can trickle down easily. I just want you to know that. You need that. That sexual touch, just like Mr. Bennett was saying yesterday, you need that touch. If it's just a kiss, if it's just a hug, if it's just laying on him, if he just wants to hold you, you need that sexual touch. This is how a lot of marriages get destroyed because you on one side of the room, he on another side of the room. And then when shit go left, you're wondering like, what the hell did I do? And most of the time it's because you never sat and laid with him. You never just got up to him and let him hold you. A lot of women get this so messed up in their marriage because they think their marriage is fine. They think their marriage is fine. Oh well, you know, if he not asking for it, then I guess it's okay. It shouldn't be he has to ask for it all the time. You should be willing. Most of the time, when he asks for it and you keep denying him, and then he's going to stop asking. He's going to stop asking, and that's when your mind will start wondering. I will never tell you up here, do not be sensual with your husband. I'm not going to tell you that. I'm going to tell you, do everything that you want to do with your husband. I'm going to tell you, do everything you want to do with your husband. Any fantasy you want to do with your husband, do it with your husband. Because in God's eyes, it's legal. Do it with your husband. Now, I just wanted to open up with that little tidbit, okay? I wanted to open up with that little tidbit, okay? We about to get into the foolery that I heard on Kendra G's show. Melania said that influencer who is telling you to use condoms, sex is best, and they use condoms themselves is a lie. Melania, why? Good morning, y'all. How are you? It's good to see you. That influencer telling you that they only have sex once a month and opening the door for side pieces. Heidi said, my best friend wife started withholding because her single friends told her she don't have to do that no more. She already got him. He almost divorced her over it. She gave it up every night now. Oh, she give it up every night now. That's a mess. That's a mess. That have a man on the island by himself. That is a mess. I'm sorry. That's a mess. and you should be ashamed of yourself. Any woman who do that nonsense, be ashamed. That does not make sense. That does not make sense. It doesn't make sense. Now, I'm not going to sit up here and promote that you should be going willy-nilly with a man that you're not married to. That's not my content, baby. But the reality is you have to use protection. They got too much stuff out here. They got too much stuff out here that you can't get rid of. And now they talking about well, it's not as bad as you think. Something that gotta stay with you for the rest of your life is bad, baby. It's bad. Stop letting people tell you nonsense. Y'all don't know how to close up shop. Y'all don't know how to close up shop and just be patient. And be patient. Y'all don't know how to do that. And that's our problem in the melanated community. We got all these babies running around here, but there's no men. There is no men because you passing around that BJJ like it's Kool-Aid. Everybody get the BJJ. It's Kool-Aid. Everybody get it. That doesn't make sense to me. I'm sorry. Jay said, how you gonna listen to your single friends and you married? Shaking my head. It's true. And they do it all the time, Jay. So that ain't nothing new. That ain't nothing new. So let's get into Kendra G. She about to dissect this foolery with this young woman who she's been. It's not the whole video, y'all. Yeah, I ain't doing the whole video. So I shared it in our group chat. Okay. So this is a woman that she has, let me see, dated a man for, okay, she's been dating a man for 3 years in prison. She has 2 children. I'm sorry. She has 2 children. And she said things changed once he got out of prison. Hey, Big Cooper, how are you? Things changed once he got out of prison. Now, he did a 15-year bid. Within the 15 years, 3 years about to get out, he met this woman. And y'all hear what she got to say.
So we got Shay, 34, Sagittarius, Detroit, Michigan, works in the automotive industry. Mom of 2 kids, by 2 men, never married. What kind of woman are you looking for?
Woman.
I'm sorry. What kind of man are you looking for? That's my apology. What kind of man are you looking for?
Oh my God. Okay. I'm looking for a man that's like ready to get married and be in a relationship. Okay. I was in a relationship with someone in prison for like 3 years. And he just got out and he's not producing what he said he was. So I'm kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place.
Was he one of your kids' dads?
No.
No. Did y'all date before he went to prison?
No.
So you met him while he was in prison?
Yes.
And y'all decided to date for 3 years?
Yes.
And when did he get out?
He got out November of last year.
And what happened once he got out?
He got out, once he got out, it was all like roses and stuff, had butterflies. We just meeting for the first time and everything. Like, it was all good. Like, everything was good. And then it's like he got out and then everything was out. His out date was November 3rd. So I met him. I flew down there.
It was not even in your city?
No, it was out of state.
How did you meet him in prison to start dating him?
We just met on Facebook.
Prison? They got Facebook in prison?
Yes, they got a lot of in prison.
So y'all met on Facebook and you knew he was in prison?
I didn't at first, but then after we started talking, then he let me know that he was in prison. So yeah.
Did you go visit him while he was in prison?
No.
So you were committed to a man you never met in person?
Yeah. Well, I talked to him phone calls, video calls. Like, we was on the phone 24/7 on the phone every day. Like, he had a phone.
Why couldn't you visit him in prison?
I'm in Detroit, and he was in Atlanta.
So you weren't able to go visit him in prison?
No.
And you didn't want to date anybody else for that 3 years?
No.
Okay. I got this question for you. Little Double I said, would you date another man from prison? L double I.
Yeah, long as they not selling me a dream. Because I think my last, I ain't even gonna say my last, but he was like, I was so like, he had me so synced in. Like, I thought like he was gonna give me the world when he got out. I don't want to get emotional, but I thought he was gonna give me the world. I lost everything dealing with him. And then,
how did you lose everything dealing with him? Okay, if you don't want to share, you don't have to. You don't have to answer, but I'm gonna ask, when's the last time you was intimate with someone?
The last time was his birthday, was March something. So like,
oh, y'all just started talking?
Huh?
When was his birthday? I can't hear
you. Oh, March 3rd.
So when did y'all break up? Because March 3rd was only a month ago.
Oh, like, we're not really broke up. Like, he might see this and be like, bitch, what you doing over here? I'm coming.
Tell me that ain't a hot mess without telling me that ain't a hot mess. Tell me that ain't a hot mess. That don't make no sense. I'm sorry. It does not. And you know what? Tracy, right. He just was her pen pal. That's all that is. And it's right. He sold her a pipe dream and she ran along with it. Now, Kendra asked her, hey, King, how are you? It's good to see you. Kendra asked her, would you go? I'm sorry. Mr. He said, how are you, sir? It's good to see you. Kendra asked, would you go and date another brother from prison? And she was like, yeah. Long as he don't sell me no pipe dream. He gonna sell you a pipe dream. How you think you supposed to be living well after this man just got out of prison? It's not, you're not going to be living well. She said, I lost everything. I lost everything with this man. I lost everything. They asked her, well, when did y'all just break up? When did you break up? She said, well, we ain't break up. Kendra asked her, when is the last time that you had relations? She said, March 3rd. Kendra said, that just was a month ago, though. She said, yeah, well, we not broken up. But you on the Kendra G show looking for a man, looking like Boo Boo the motherfucking fool. And this is why I say a lot of us, you see that? You see that? A lot of us in the melanated community that act like that, they don't need no children. She got 2 kids. They don't need no children. Okay? They don't need no children. I'm about to say something and I'm about to hurt some people's feelings right now. I'm about to say something. Y'all gonna unfollow me today, but I don't care. It gotta be said. Margaret Thatcher. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Some of the stuff she said was right. I'm sorry. Some of us is not supposed to have children. Look at this nonsense right here. Look at this nonsense right here. Black man unfiltered. How are you, sir? Some of us ain't supposed to have children. Okay. I'm just saying. I know what this woman was thinking was evil, but damn it, I'm saying it in 2024. Some of us ain't supposed to have children. Y'all don't know how to raise kids. I don't know what that is. Okay. I'm just saying, I don't know what that is. This brother has been in prison for 15 years. Out of the 15, 3 years you were dating him. You found him through Facebook. So the pictures he had in Facebook couldn't tell you that he was in prison, because you know most of them do that arm rest like that with the tan suit on, the tan outfit on, okay, that tan outfit on, and they be behind that brick wall. They take that picture. So you didn't know he was in prison. He had to tell you. You couldn't see it on Facebook or none of that stuff. Then you turn around and say you would date another man that is in prison. Mommy, where they do that at? Why? Where they do that at? Hey, Derek, how are you? So now he changed. King, I hope I greeted you, sir. He came. Oh, okay. Who else I got in here? Green Beans, how are you, honey? He came and everything changed. Okay. Black Man Unfiltered said, yes, Dick delusional. That don't make no sense. It don't make no sense at all. Okay. So now this is what you want. Your mindset is not ready. Discuss with Chuck. How are you, sir? Your mind is not ready. You're not capable of keeping a man. You not. Your mind is not ready. You're not there. You lost everything because of a man. This is why when I say that when we get up here and say men ain't shit, you got to look at your damn self first. You got to look at your damn self first, because I always tell y'all shit beget shit. I always tell y'all this. It does not make sense. You don't know why this man went to prison. You brought him into your home where your children are. 15 years he's been in prison. You know that there's no pussy in prison, right? Did you hear what I said? You know that there's no pussy in prison. So what are we talking about? What are we talking about? 15 years. Sometimes my sisters, I want to just look at y'all. I want to just look at y'all. My sisters, I just want to look at y'all sometimes. Miss B, how are you, dear? I want to look at y'all sometimes. And I shake my head. Because there are men that are out all over the United States that they just want you. They just want you to get your shit right. They just want you to act like you got sense. There's a lot of men that just want you to act like you got sense. And you going to get a relationship with someone in prison, you don't have no sense. I'm not hating on the brothers from prison. I'm not. Everybody need love too. But you don't look like you 20 years old anymore. You look like you in your late 30s going on 40. You're supposed to have some common sense. You're supposed to have some common sense. I'm sorry. Black honey, how are you, baby? You're supposed to have some common sense. You're not supposed to be close to your 40s still talking like a baby. Like you ain't got no sense. He sold me pipe dreams. That's what y'all say all the time. Oh, he sold me pipe dreams. But you will sit up here and say y'all the most smartest. You smarter than our brothers. You more educated than them. But you're so easily fooled. One thing my mama taught me, and y'all know my background. Y'all know my background. Y'all know my MO. Okay. My mama taught me I never want to see you with a jailbird. I never want to see you with a jailbird. Don't you ever go up to the prison to see nobody. And I'm going to share with you right now, knock on wood, I've never been up to a prison. Never been up to a prison. Never been with a man that been in prison. Never did. Never did. If you did a bid, if we was together and then later you got in some shit, no, we was not together. We was not together. I did not feel obligated to be with you. Because you caused that nonsense for yourself, not me. You caused that nonsense for yourself. So, with that being said, this young woman come up here and she sat up here and told Kendra G she wants a man, but she don't want a man to sell her pipe dreams. Now, ladies, when you work on yourself, right? When you work on yourself, you renew your mind, your heart, your spirit. You getting your shit together. You won't run into men like this that sell you pipe dreams. You won't. But because you refuse to grow up, I said it. I said it. See, everybody get mad when Sister Ali got up here and said women mindset is at the age of 14. A lot of women was on fire. They was mad with her. But she telling the truth. She telling the truth. And I have come to understand that some of our mindsets are younger than 14. I have come to believe that some of our mindsets is younger than 14. Because how can you sit up here and say that this man, I lost everything because of this one man? How do you let someone make you lose everything because of some dick? Let's call a spade, baby. How can you lose everything because of a man? But y'all say y'all smarter than them. You more educated than them. How is it but by the end of the night, he got you tossed up? If you smarter than him. If you smarter than him, how come at the end of the night, you be thinking in your mind when you go out on a date with him, I'm not going to fuck him. I'm not going to fuck him. I'm not going to fuck him. Right? Okay? Because a lot of y'all do that bull crap. I'm not going to do that. And then he'd start talking to you. He start talking to you. And your first mind go out the window. It go right out the window. And all we hear is the bed moving. That's it. And you screaming. That's all we hear. Baby, this is why we need a covering. This is why melanated sisters, we need a covering. Because some of us make fucked up decisions. Some of us do fucked up shit. Even me. Even me. I am not exempt. Even me. Hadi said, Ali said that black women don't age mentally past 14. When she understands, she can use her sexuality. Ooh. Ooh. Now, I like what Miss Ali said as well. She said, until she learns something else. Her mindset stays at the age of 14 until she learns something else. And guess who's supposed to teach her that something else? Because she grown now. Monique said it best. She said when she got with her husband, He taught her. So he was teaching her from the mindset of the age of 13, she said. This is what she said. From the age of 13, her husband was teaching her from that mindset. Mind you, she was 35, she said. There's a lot of women who are 40 something years old, 45 years old, they're still 14. You can tell it in the conversation you have with her. You can tell it how the way she speak. That you still having a conversation with a woman, she's 45, 50 years old, but her mindset is 14. And this is even the ones that been to college, that they talk like that. Even the ones that been in college, they talk like that. And this is how you already know that her mindset, she 14. I'm going to share with you how you know. This going to hurt a little bit. Wait a minute. It's going to hurt a little bit. Hold on. Okay. This is how you know that her mindset is at the age of 14, because she says this. He got me pregnant. He got me pregnant. I told him to use a condom. He told me he just was going to put the head in only. And you know what else? You know what else? This is what they say too. This is what they say too. This is how you know. I told him not to come in me. I ain't want no baby. Okay, there's another one too. Here's another one too. I ain't your mama. I ain't your mama. I ain't got to fix your plate. I ain't got to clean up after you. I ain't your mama. But you the same one who asking this man for money. He not your daddy. He not your daddy. Hey, Grove, how are you, sir? It's good to see you. He not your daddy. You the same one who asks him for money. But if he asks you to cook for him, if he asks you to wash his clothes, you quickly say, I ain't your mama. Jay said, when you hear that, run. Jay said, when you hear that nonsense, run. This how you know you dealing with a 14-year-old. She can't even apologize for the shit she done. That's how you know. When they can't take accountability, I don't care how old they are. They be like 50-something years old. They can't even apologize or say they fucked up. They still 14 in the mind. Am I sitting up here saying that I'm perfect? No, I'm not. I am not perfect at all. But I got a king that don't put up with that bullshit that I be trying to pull on him. That's one thing I love about my husband. I can't pull shit over him. He'd be like, nah, that don't sound right. Go sit down. Rethink what you just said. Rethink it because it doesn't sound right. And I'll be mad because I'm thinking that I got it over. He'd be like, nope, that's not, go rethink that. You ain't say that right. You ain't say that right. This is the thing that irks my nerve is that y'all think it makes sense to be with these brothers who are not right. My sisters, I'm talking to you. You think that this makes sense. You know doggone well you should not be messing with no man that's in prison. But it's because and let me share something with you. It's because you lack accountability. You lack it, baby. You don't want nobody to call you on your ish. That's the problem. You don't want nobody to call you on your ish. See, if you have a man that's in prison, ain't nobody there to check you, boo-boo. There's nobody there to check you. You do whatever you want to do. She says she never met this man before, only on a video call and the phone. She never physically met this man. The day she met this man is when he got out of prison and she had to fly all the way down to Atlanta to pick him up. Can you imagine? Some boo-boo the fool nonsense. And she the same woman that will be crying, talking about there's no good black men. There's no good black men. But you giving that but JJ to everybody who is not deserving. You're giving it to everybody that is not deserving. It doesn't make sense. And I'm going to share something with you, my sisters. God gave you a blessing, but we willed it wrongly. God gave you the blessing of who gets to stay here and who gets decimated. I'm talking about the bloodline. You choose which man get to continue his bloodline and who does not. But we decided that we're going to let Pookie and Rere continue their bloodline in the melanated community. All the kings, we decided not to let them continue their bloodline. We decided we're not going to let them continue their bloodline. But all the Pookie and Rere's, we going to have babies by and let them continue their bloodline. Ain't that some shit? That don't make no sense at all. Melania said they claim they're breadwinners, but spend money on everything but education, coaching, health, diet, fitness, therapy, etc. That's why they can't get and keep a man. That's not what breadwinners do. Ooh, that's nasty, Melania. Gross said, big facts. Told my mother yesterday, men learn this the hard way. We don't get told about these type of women until late. Run, brothers, run. And it's true. It's true. They never speak about these sisters who do nonsense like this. They always want women to sound like sugar and spice and everything nice. Now, let me share something with you. I'm not hating on my sisters. There's some good sisters who on their A game. They got their shit together. But I'm going to share something with you. Most of them are already married. Somebody done already swooped them up. Most of them already married. Those ones that's not married yet, they close to marriage. So that means, my brothers, if you want to find a melanated sister, you got to begin to hunt. You got to begin to hunt. Okay? That's just a little tidbit, my brothers. But for my sisters who doing this nonsense, that you're waiting for this man to get home from prison, okay? And you believe all the dreams that he have told you, baby, he just needed you to keep putting money on his book. He just needed you to keep sending him food packages. And your nonsense self continue to send it on that food stamp money the government gave you. And that's the truth. It does not make sense. Lost in Translation said the earth has been seeded with Pookies around the world. It's true. And Pookie and Rere don't got to be poor. They got some rich Pookie and Rere's too. They got some rich ones. Y'all give babies to everybody except the right people to continue our bloodline. I am guilty of that too. I am guilty of that too. But when you look inside yourself and change the mindset, change your mindset. Y'all will go over to therapy, do all these things, and ain't shit change. Ain't shit change. And you know how I know when some of y'all women be getting on these panels And y'all talk about I done had therapy, I done all this. As soon as a man says something that is true, but because you don't like what he said, you immediately go off the handle. Where's the therapy at now? Where's the therapy at now? A lot of y'all content creators that are women get on these panels talking about, hey Malik, how are you, honey? You talking about, oh, I'm in therapy. I'm in therapy. I'm working on myself, right? Okay, you in therapy. And once one of the men on the panel say something you don't like, you switch. Is that therapy working for you? Is it working for you, mama? Is it working for you? Because it sounds like it's not. I'm gonna share something with you that a lot of y'all gonna be like, oh, that don't sound right. Y'all gonna be like, oh, because some of y'all don't think that you need God. Some of y'all think that. Some of y'all believe y'all don't need Yahweh. Okay? Y'all got all these, incense and burning oils and all this stuff and everything like that, talking about I'm spiritual, and you still the same. Some of y'all do that. I'm not hating on anybody religion. I'm just saying some of y'all say y'all spiritual, and you still doing the same bullshit. I'm just saying. You need to have a connection with Yahweh. Just if you just tell him, thank you for waking me up in the morning. You need that connection. Prayer is the key. Prayer is the key. This is why a lot of our women are out of whack. You out of whack because the prayer is not there. And I'm not talking about you got to be a holy roller. I'm not talking about that because even the holy rollers be doing fake nonsense and they mistreat their husbands. They do nonsense too. I'm just saying that you need to have a connection with Yahweh. I ain't say you got to be all up on your pastor, loving your pastor more than your husband. I'm not saying that. What you should be trying to aspire to is to get that connection with Yahweh. Get that connection with Yahweh so things can change in your life. Stop listening to your other sisters telling you Sharon, Shira, whatever nonsense they be chanting with all this nonsense talking about they cleansing the home. Listen, holy oil cleanse the home. I don't understand all that other stuff y'all be doing. Ain't no demon running away from incense. I'm just saying. Ain't no demons running away from incense. I'm just saying. I just want you to know that. Okay. So holy oil, anoint the house, anoint the front of the door, talk to God. I don't know what's going on, And this is why we so out of whack. I'm not sitting up here, okay? I'm not sitting up here trying to say that I'm perfect, that I live perfect. I don't live perfect. I'm an average Joe like everybody else. I get on here and run my mouth like I do, and that's it. But I'm saying to you, a mindset needs to change. You attracting these type of men because you are a Pukisha Rakeisha. A lot of y'all women don't want to admit that mess. You a hyena from the boneyard. Shout out to Crimson Care. You a hyena from the boneyard. So when you get men like this, baby, he's a male hyena. He's a male hyena. You want change, you want a lion, you got to change that mindset. You got to work on yourself. That's what you got to do. I made a joke last night on Black Men Unfiltered. I always tell people, okay, I just started like 2 months ago. I think it was like a month ago, probably, that my family is a hyena clan. Yes, my mother's side. I come from them. I was born and raised and bred from them. So I was a hyena too. It's just that somebody came down to the hyena boneyard and saw me standing outside the boneyard and was like, "You don't belong here. You don't belong here." And I looked at him like, "You crazy." And he told me, "No, you don't belong here." And I was on Baby Mama Lane up the street around the corner. Y'all know I told y'all that all the time. I was there. But he told me, "No, you don't belong here." And he said, "I'm going to show you how you don't belong here at all. I'm going to pull you away from this kingdom." And snatched me up and pulled me all the way away from the hyena kingdom. Truth be told, I ain't going to be there anyway. But I ain't had the balls to say I ain't going to be there. This man took me with all labels and everything upon my body and gave me one label. And he said, "I label you as queen. I label you as queen." That's why I don't play with my husband. You can't tell me no nonsense about my husband. I don't play with my husband. I do not play with my husband. Nope. You can't tell me. You could say something, and it could be one of his friends will say something about my king in front of me. I will be in mid sentence. I will correct you in mid sentence, and my husband will tell me, "Stand down, stand down." Like, "Go in the kitchen, go do something in the kitchen." Yes, because I love my husband. You can't say nothing about my husband. And I sit there and I laugh about it like it's funny. I'm not going to laugh with you. I'm not going to laugh with you. So, listen. Tracy said, personal relationship with God, our Lord Jesus Christ. Trey right. She right. She is right. Have the personal relationship with Yahweh. Amen. She right. And Jesus' real name is Yahshua. She's right. We need to have a personal relationship because we're doing nonsense. We're doing the opposite of what God Almighty wanted us to do in the first place. We're doing the opposite. Look how our community is decimated. Look how all the nonsense our community, all the foolery that's going on in our community. This man been in prison. It breaks my heart. He's been in prison 15 years. You've been dating him 3 years out of the 15. Baby, there's no pussy in prison. Who is he fucking? And you brought him home into your house with your children. And then you said all the promises he made me did not come to pass. Because he sold me pipe dreams. What was he supposed to sell you, baby? What was he supposed to sell you, baby? He was supposed to sell you a pipe dream. He needed you to help him. My melanated sisters, when I hear stories like this, I do not blame our brothers for coming at y'all like they do. Because a correction needs to be made. Now, yes, there are a lot of brothers who get on these social media platforms and they cater to y'all ass and tell y'all you perfect, you ain't never done nothing wrong, you amazing, and all this other stuff. But yet we 80% baby mamas. We 80% baby mamas. But they will sit up here and tell you we don't do anything wrong. The Black woman is Mother Earth. They will say you Gaia. You are Mother Earth. That's what they'll say. Can you imagine? But you'll let everybody screw you. You Mother Earth. But you'll let everybody screw you and have babies with Tom, Dick, and Harry. And these same babies will grow up to be monsters. Just like when I was talking about the woman who she turned her 2 boys in to the authorities because she said that she saw the 2 boys on a Ring camera. She saw the 2 boys on a Ring camera and they accused those 2 boys, and she had no proof that it was her sons, but she just saw the Ring camera. My intent for the video was not that she don't tell the police. That was not the intent. My problem is she was too proud with telling the newscaster that, yeah, I don't play that shit in my house. I don't play that in my house. If you do the crime, you got to do the time. What mother think that makes sense? To even be so happy that you turned your sons in. I'm not saying that she should not. I'm not saying she should not. But if you would have listened to the real, a lot of people got offended by the real. If you would have listened to the real, you would have heard what I was trying to say. Be proud that they finished high school. Be proud that they going to college. Be proud that they took up a trade. That's what you should be proud of. Not being proud that you turned them into the motherfucking police. And then some of y'all said, oh, she probably was telling them to behave, to not be in the street doing nonsense. Well, I'm going to share something with you that some of y'all get mad when I say it. If she raised those kids with their father, would she be talking like that right now? If she raised those kids under a king, would she be talking like that right now? Not just any man, because you could raise children with a Pookie and Rere, the kids turn out like that. I'm saying if she raised him with a king that will hold those boys accountable, that if they done nonsense growing up and daddy was there to check them, they will be scared to do bullshit like that when they become teenagers. I'm just saying. And a lot of y'all sisters was in the comment section talking about, well, she had no choice. She had a motherfucking choice. And the choice is when you walking from the bedroom past the nightstand to the bed, getting your ass on the bed and fucking. That's the choice. When y'all don't use protection, that's the motherfucking choice you make when you laying on the bed. You bring babies in this world that belong to Pookie and Rere, and all they do is decimate our community. And when the police do some nonsense in the street to one of them, now we all running around here talking about Black Lives Matter. But y'all not raising your children properly. But you will sit up here and march out there talking about Black Lives Matter when you know that damn child was a heathen in the first place. How the mama was so proud that she reported her kids to the popo. I ain't saying I wouldn't have reported them. I'm not saying that, but I damn sure wouldn't have been proud. Nobody would have been able to interview my ass. I'd have got my happy ass back in the car. How can you be proud to report your own children? You reported them. Okay, you reported them. But do you go to the news and tell them, yeah, I reported them? Because I told them, if you do the crime, you got to do the time. Bitch, how that sound? When you should have been telling them, go to school. when you should have been choosing the right man to be with. But y'all never want to take accountability for that. When we do not raise these babies properly with kings, when we do not raise these babies properly with their fathers, y'all robbing these babies. Y'all robbing these babies of having a good father in their life. You robbing these children. It's not right. Ask these babies if they want you to be a single mother. They don't want you to be no single mother. Ask them. I bet you they'll tell you no. Ask these babies if you want to bring a convict in the home. I bet you those babies will tell you no. Them babies want a man in their life that's going to check them on their shit if they do nonsense. They want a man that is going to love them. They want a man that they look like this man. They look like him. People tell them, oh, you look like your daddy. They smile and everything. My son always hate, our eldest son, he always hate when somebody say, oh, you look like your mama a little bit. And he tell him, no, I don't. I look like my father. He'll walk away from you real mad. I look like my father. I don't look like my mother. All I'm saying is that you will sit up here and say, I'm a single mother by choice, but did those babies want you to be a single mother? You're a single mother by choice, you say, but did the baby want you to be a single mother? We had to start asking these children some questions because they seem like they smarter than all of y'all. We had to start asking these babies some questions, okay? Okay, because I found 3 babies that is really smart on social media and they was not having this. And they told their mama just like this. They told their mama, we not having this. We not having this. We not going to be doing this today. They said just like that. Let me see. Can I pull it up? I'm trying to pull it up, y'all. Give me a minute. Let me see. Some baby said, we ain't doing that. We not doing that. You're going to have to do better. We ain't doing that. Little babies just told their mama this yesterday. Now, I'm going to let y'all listen to my video because I'm trying to pull it up and it's not letting me. So here we go. These babies said, they said just like this, we is not having that. This is why you single, mama. This why you single, mama. We tired of you being single. This why you single, mama. And that's what them babies said. This why you single, mama. And can you blame them? You can't even blame them. You can't blame them one bit of why you ain't got no man. Why you ain't got no man in your life raising these babies like that. It made no sense at all. I'm sorry. Y'all just be doing too much. And these children are hurting. They're hurting. They're hurting. And then you could sit up here and say nonsense. It does not make sense. Hold on, y'all. Give me 1 minute. I'm trying to get to it real quick. And why don't I see the video at all? Okay. Okay, guys. I'm sorry. I lost that video. I don't know why I lost the video. I don't know why I lost the video. But okay, let's get it in here. Let's see. Let me see what else I got. Here we go.
See, you know you're in trouble
when the baby gotta tell you, I don't want to be no single mother mama. I don't want to be no single mother mama. You know you in trouble when the baby come tell you, I ain't gonna be no single mother like you, mama. When you ask them, why you think I'm a single mother, and they tell you, you a single mother because your attitude, mama. You a single mother because you don't know how to talk to nobody, mama. You a single mother because you fake, mama. You wearing that long wig. You don't even wear your own hair. You don't even take care of your own hair. Out of the mouth of babes, speak the truth. You a single mother, mama, because you always broke, mama. Why you always broke? Why you work all the time and you always broke? Out of the mouth of babes, speak the truth. Now, I had a whole video where the 3 children were explaining that to their mama, and the mama was surprised. See, when you talk to these children, they will tell you the truth. These babies will tell you the truth. Some of the hardship, my sisters, you put on yourself. I was a single mother too, so I understand. Hi, John. How are you? Thank you for the Cash App the other day. I appreciate it, sir. Thank you. You are a scholar and a gentleman. I appreciate you. And because we just sit up here and think that what we do is right, that it makes sense. Now, I'm not talking to the women that you can't help being a single mother because your significant other went on to glory. I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to the ones who you chose, Pookie and Rere. I'm talking to the ones who sit up here and say, he got me pregnant. I'm talking to you. A man can't get you pregnant unless you allow him to crawl between your legs. He can't get you pregnant unless you open your legs, baby. He can't. He can't shoot up the club if you allowed him to not wear a condom. And then later you sit up here and talk about he got me pregnant. It doesn't go like that. It does not. You can't say that and think it makes sense. I'm one of those content creators that will tell you that that shit does not make sense. It's your body. Just like when a doctor touch you, I always say it wrong, I'm sorry. The OBGYN doctor, when they touch you, right? You ain't gonna let this doctor go raw with his hands inside your pussy, or you're not. You're gonna ask him to put some gloves on. He gonna know he's supposed to put some gloves on. But if he doesn't and he trying to come to you, you're gonna ask him to put some gloves on, right? So why is it hard for you to tell a man to put on a condom so you don't get pregnant? So you don't have an unwanted pregnancy? Because you have some warped thing in your mind that a baby will keep this man, and it will not. It will not keep him. Most of the time when you giving up that ass so freely, the man just want to fuck you, that's it, and leave you. He don't even want a relationship with you. Why do you pass around that pussy like it's candy? You don't have to do that. Know your worth, baby. Know your worth. Know your worth. Understand that God gave you a mission, and the mission is to clink, 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 clink. That's the mission, baby. The mission is to clink, clink. Close it. Close it. That's the mission. Everybody in our community is not supposed to have children. I'm in full support. Everybody is not supposed to have children. Pookie and Rere, bloodline has decimated the melanated community. That's why we have so much ratchetness going on. Y'all see it? So much ratchetness going on. The dignified black folks is only a little bit of us here. Okay? And some of us cross over from the boneyard into the pride land. Shout out to Crimson Cure. Some of us cross over. Black Man Unfiltered said pump and dump. That's what it is, baby. Pump and dump. We're about to close out, y'all. And I want to just say this to you. My sisters, a lot of us did not grow up with the right mindset. But you married now. And you got a good husband. And he doing what he's supposed to do. Wield your sexuality to love this man. Wield it to love him. Stop denying him access to you. Always respect this man. Because no other man on earth wanted to make you queen but him. No other man on this earth wanted to make you queen but him. And I think a lot of y'all forget that. Green beans, I'm going to share something with you. If you going to promote what you promoting in my chat, sir, you better go get your own. You better go get your own platform, sir. Because I don't want my channel to get blocked. You better go promote your own stuff. Now, yes, I agree. We should be protecting our families, but don't put nonsense in my chat, sir. I see you. I see you. Go get your own platform, because YouTube don't play that nonsense. They monitor everything. Everybody have a wonderful day. I appreciate you. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you for rocking with me. Okay, I appreciate all y'all just being here. Okay, thank you so much for taking the time to come rock with me. We are done for today. If you want to donate to the channel, I greatly appreciate it. You can donate through Cash App. You can donate through Super Chats. Okay, if you can donate. If you can't, please hit that like and subscribe button. Share my content. Okay, and also if you can shop with us. It's called ubnracksfashion.com. And you can check it out. We on 5 different platforms. Also, if you want to shop merch with us, it is through YouTube. Just scroll to the top. You'll see shop or store. You can check it out. See if you like anything in here. Okay. We got cups, mugs, hoodies, water bottles, book bags. Okay. Y'all come check it out. Everybody have a wonderful day. Much love to you all. Everybody, please stay safe. Okay? Stay safe. Black Man Unfiltered and Lost in Translation. Amazing show last night, my brothers. Y'all always on point, and y'all always had me thinking after the show. So I appreciate you. Everybody have a wonderful day. Take heed to the message.